conservation efforts across Africa, significant strides have been made towards addressing environmental challenges and promoting sustainable development. The African Wildlife Foundation highlighted the importance of unity and collaboration in combating climate change and preserving biodiversity. Africa hosted 2 major conferences that set an African agenda for combating environmental challenges, including the inaugural African Protected Area Congress in Kigali, Rwanda, which led to the Kigali Call to Action. This action plan was later adopted by African environmental ministers and African negotiators at the Libreville Africa Climate Week, demonstrating a collective African commitment to environmental sustainability. One notable project in the region is the Great Green Wall, aimed at combating desertification in the Sahel through reforestation and sustainable land management. Despite slow progress, there are bright spots, particularly in Senegal, where a bottom-up approach involving local communities and land governance has shown success. The project focuses on planting tree species that can thrive in arid conditions while providing benefits to local communities, including food, medicine, and income. Partnerships with organizations like the UN Food and Agriculture Organization and local community engagement in tree planting have been key to these efforts. Furthermore, Conservation International and the Peace Parks Foundation have committed $150 million to restore 20 million hectares across African grasslands, savannas, and bushlands. This landmark investment aims to promote sustainable grazing and climate resilience, addressing ecosystem degradation, climate change, and livelihoods. Grasslands, savannas, and shrublands, which cover over half of Earth's terrestrial surface, play a critical role in carbon sequestration and support the livelihoods of millions of pastoralists across Africa. The initiative plans to expand sustainable grazing practices, restore ecosystem resilience, and secure livelihoods against climate impacts through a comprehensive approach involving science, finance, community partnership, and government engagement. Conservation International and Peace Parks Foundation commit $150 million to restore 20 million hectares across African grasslands, savannas, and bushlands. These efforts underscore the importance of collaboration, innovation, and community engagement in conservation and highlight the role of Africa in leading the charge against climate change and biodiversity loss. Africa's conservation efforts extend beyond land restoration to include innovative approaches to wildlife preservation, community empowerment, and climate change adaptation. These initiatives often involve a combination of local knowledge, international support, and technology to address the complex challenges facing the continent's unique ecosystems. Wildlife conservation. Projects across the continent focus on protecting Africa's diverse wildlife, which is under threat from poaching, habitat loss, and climate change. Efforts include anti-poaching patrols, wildlife corridors to ensure safe migration routes, and breeding programs for endangered species. Community empowerment. Recognizing the crucial role local communities play in conservation, many projects aim to empower residents through education, sustainable livelihood opportunities, and involvement in decision-making processes. This approach ensures conservation efforts are sustainable and beneficial to both wildlife and people. Climate change adaptation. With Africa particularly vulnerable to climate change, projects are increasingly focusing on adaptation strategies. This includes everything from restoring mangrove forests that protect against coastal erosion to introducing drought-resistant crops to ensure food security. Protected areas management. Expanding and effectively managing protected areas is another key focus, ensuring they provide safe havens for biodiversity while also benefiting surrounding communities. This involves sophisticated management plans that balance ecological needs with human interests. Technology and conservation. Technology plays a growing role in conservation efforts, from using drones to monitor wildlife and illegal activity to implementing advanced GIS and remote sensing technologies to manage protected areas and track environmental changes. These efforts show the multifaceted approach required to tackle the environmental challenges facing Africa. Conservation efforts on the continent are marked by their innovation, the crucial involvement of local communities, and an increasing emphasis on adapting to and mitigating the impacts of climate change. The collaboration between local governments, international organizations, and grassroots communities highlights a collective commitment to preserving Africa's natural heritage for future generations. We've shared some great moments today, and I'd love for you to stick around for more. By subscribing, you're not just a viewer, you become a part of our family here. So, hit that subscribe button and let's continue this journey together. Thank you for your support.